your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
right, Vigilante Nation, welcome to the Glades Edge 200, coming to you live from Homestead-Miami, Florida. This is the Vigilante Racing Network, and this is round 11 of the Vanquish Series. My name is Alan Vaught, and I'll be bringing you all the excitement and racing action here tonight. As always, I want to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing the race and keeping our drivers on point. Also, I'm flying solo in the booth tonight, so if you're out there and you want to hit me up in the chat, I will read any comments that are safe for work. Let's keep it pretty clean, folks. And I'm going to get you started right now as the drivers are wrapping up practice and going into their qualifying session. We'll talk about tonight's session details. All right, Homestead-Miami Speedway. Beautiful here tonight. It's a sunset race, which is great. It's 133 laps, which is 200 virtual miles. They have a fuel capacity of 70%. Only 3 additional sets of tires over the wall, so that's 4 total for this race. They do have a fast repair. If they get themselves in trouble, they have 1 mulligan, 1 reset, as far as damage on their truck is concerned. The incident limit tonight is 25 and 6. And as always, iRacing controls the cautions, lucky dogs, and the wave arounds. So let's talk a little bit about your championship point situation. It's pretty tight there at the front, folks. Chris Gold's right now leading the way in that number 1 truck with 315 points, closely followed by last season's champion, the 51 of Dylan Bryant, with 309. So we're talking 6 points between those two right there. It's another 22 points back to third place, Trevor Robertson in the 6 machine with 287 points. And from there, you got 20 points to get to 4th with John Shanebachler, the 12 with 267 points. And only 1 point separates 4th and 5th. You have Jonathan Osborne rounding out your top 5 with 266 points. So overall, only 49 points separates 1st and 5th. And we got a very tight battle between 1st and 2nd, and then 4th and 5th. Trevor Roberts is kind of in that no man's land right now, sitting right there. But you never know how these races go, folks. Points can swing pretty dramatically when somebody has a bad night. So let's stay tuned for that. And now we're going to click on over and get a look at these guys as they're out on track right now trying to get their lap times down for qualifying. Let's see who comes out on top right now. Robertson is at the top, and you're looking at Dylan Bryan at the moment as he's making his run, already put 1 lap down. That lap was only good enough for 3rd so far. So for the atmospherics, let's talk about the weather here tonight. So you're looking at 84 degrees ambient temperature. 79 for the ambient, only 84 for the track. Not very hot out there, so it might not be a lot of grip as they might would expect. So we'll see how that works out for them. Humidity level is at 65% and rising, and there's just a slight wind at 1 to 2 miles per hour out of the south-southeast under partly cloudy skies. So pretty nice night out there. Like I said, a sunset race is going to make for some pretty cool night racing here, as we're right now watching the 12 machine of John Shanebachler. Tonight we do have 3 onboard cameras for you. Let's get a look at those. Let's see the first one up. We got the 01 machine of Kelly Kill. Got a nice looking 3 monitor setup there. The info screen. It's like he's cocooned in his man cave there. So it's good looking shot for him. And then we're going to move on over to, this is Dave Mayberry's perspective. We had took me a minute to get him up tonight, but he finally got his camera up there for us, and we appreciate that. But make sure I don't have anybody else. We do have at least one more. Yep, Mr. Osborne at 81 machine. Always giving us a good camera each and every week, and we appreciate that for the content machine here. And those are your onboards tonight, folks. So we'll get a chance to look at them throughout the race. Hopefully they're under some stress and some high-intensity racing in the moment. So tonight's race here at Homestead. So a little bit about the track. It's a 1.5-mile track, classic intermediate oval, kind of asymmetric oval with progressive banking. It's asphalt primarily, a little bit of concrete here on the, you can see on the pit lane. The banking is 18 degrees to 20 degrees progressive. The front stretch is a 4-degree bank, and so is the back. So pretty symmetrical in that regard. Like I said, this is Homestead-Miami. It's only 30 miles south of Miami. It opened in 1995. It was originally very flat rectangular before they modified it to give it this banking. Now, with that banking came the signature for this joint, which is multi-groove racing with extreme fall off on the tires. Homestead rewards drivers who can run inches off the wall and manage long-run pace. It's a rhythm track where bravery and tire discipline is going to beat raw horsepower. Now, I don't know that we're going to see these drivers running the wall like we see in real life. Some of these drivers do it, but there's a risk versus reward situation there, in that it's fast. But if you step across the line in the least little bit, you're going to pay the price with damage to that truck. And that's what we have to worry about. I would worry about if I were on the track tonight. And now we're about to grid up here, so let's get you the rundown. All right, folks, here we go for the grid. Top step, John Shanebach. We're bringing it home on the pole here tonight in that number 12 machine. Andy Player in second, Trevor Robertson third, fourth is Chris Gomes, fifth is Jonathan Osborne, Dylan Bryant sixth, Kelly Kill seventh, Jesse Redding in eighth, ninth place John Gallagher, 10th is Tom Barish. Actually, I got that back. Sorry. Albert Anderson's in 10th, folks, for the Anderson clan out there. Made top 10. Tom Barish is in 11th. 12th is Mike Adamson. In 13th is Dave Mayberry. Aaron Warren is 14th. James Lee, 15th. Scott Milner, 16th. And rounding out our 17 truck field tonight is Andrew Cawthon in 17th. Now, Andrew he's the one driver who had a penalty from last week at Talladega. Had a very clean race last week at Talladega. Only one penalty came out of that. And unfortunately for Andrew, it was for him. So he started at the back of the grid, but honestly, 17th, not too shabby. He's a fast driver. He'll be able to get back up in here. Florida driver as well. I'm sure he likes this track. As we're starting to pull off pit lane here, folks, it'll be one parade lap before we get the green. Again, I mentioned in the chat that we had a late update. A hotfix came in tonight on iRacing right when we were about to go live. So we had to delay this race by 30 minutes. So we appreciate you guys working with us, hanging on, and showing up for this broadcast. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, support these drivers, and hit that notification bell. We do have special events all the time that are not scheduled. We're obviously live every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but we have special events like we have coming up tomorrow in the Daytona 24. We're going to take our drivers within the league who like to turn left and right, and we're going to do it for 24 hours, folks. It's going to be broadcast starting at an incredible 6 a.m. tomorrow Eastern. So if you can't obviously tune in for the entirety of it, make sure you tune in when you can. And we're going to have our drivers in there kind of chatting back and forth. You'll hear some banter on the track between other competitors, and should be a good time. The Daytona 24 tomorrow. It's finally here. We look forward to this every year. As you see that pace truck pull off, we're about to get underway. And we are green, folks. Andrew Player really working that high line. He's got the momentum. Shanebach might have got a little loose on cold tires at the bottom there. Losing some ground. You see it's turning into, 3 and 4 wide back here. Six machines trying, 21's in the wall. Six machines trying to get up through there around the 81 on the outside. At 21 of Jesse Redding just kind of scraped the wall. He should be okay. Looks like he's still got speed underneath him. Oh, no, we see the 01, a little bit out of shape there. Hangs on to it. Great job. It's Kelly Kill. He comes across the radio saying he was pretty... Yeah, Code Brown there for Kelly as he was coming around through there. Great job. Great recovery. Kelly races with us out of Oshkosh, if I could say that tonight, folks, Wisconsin. So now he's dropped to the rear of the field. He's fast. You see someone else doing exactly what you saw Kelly do. And it's not a hard thing to do. It's a transition, a little bit of a lift as you come out of turn 1 and 2. a little bit of a crest, I should say, as you finish out the corner. And sometimes the truck can get light, and the rear end of that truck is already light, and you can, on cold tires especially, start to loop it if you're not careful. And it looks like that driver was Dave Mayberry, who's now sitting just in front of Kelly, because when you do that, you also lose tons of momentum, which is super important here. See if we can check out Mayberry's onboard here. Would have been awesome to catch that in real time. Well, Mayberry races with us out of Tucson, Arizona. In that 29 machine. He's got a slightly different paint scheme on that truck tonight. Love that speed shot. I think that's one of Lori's favorites. She likes it when I get those shots, or if I have one that's low on the track. But back up front, you're not missing much, folks. Still pretty tight. Players leading the way. You got Chris Gomes, your current series leader, has made his way up into second with Trevor Robertson in third, right where he began. Gomes is up 2 spots right now. Your pole sitter, Shanebacher, has dropped all the way to 5th. Pretty much a product of losing that momentum on the restart, maybe in the 1 and 2, got a little bit loose. And that's all it's going to take with this hungry pack behind him. They're going to gobble it up. So he's got his work cut out for him now, trying to work his way back to the front. All right, 7 laps into 133. Let's go ahead and go through the field one time for you. There's your leader, Andy Player, racing with us out of Concord, New Hampshire. Usually have a camera for him, but not tonight. He's only up 1 spot, but he's in the most important one right now. He's on point. You see right behind him, the 6 and the 1 are starting to dice it up for second, which is exactly what he wants to see. 6 making a move on the inside now, taking over that second position. Up 1 spot, Trevor Robertson racing with us out of McCrory, Arkansas. Back here to Chris Gomes. Master of saving his stuff. We'll see if if that's what he's doing right now, racing with us out of Charlotte, North Carolina, in that High Tide Hospitality #1 machine. Back to 4th, we got the Superman himself out of Stem, North Carolina, Mr. Dylan Bryant, hoping to throw the cape out there and go straight to the front. He is definitely wanting to get in front of that #1 machine. That is his closest competitor right now, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, for the championship, with only a few races to go here, folks. I mean, right now, we're at Homestead. 2 races left. We got Las Vegas next week, and we're going to round out the championship at Auto Club Speedway on the 30th of January. You see the 51 getting around his competitor right now. That's worth a point. This 1 point separation. He came in 6 points behind. He's going to be 5 points as he runs at the moment. Let's get back just a little bit more. Here's your pole sitter, John Shanebacher, out of Louisville, Kentucky. He's down 4 spots, trying to trend back in the other direction. Next up, we got the 21 machine, Mr. Jesse Redding out of Knoxville, Iowa. Jesse's already up 2 positions, running 6th. At the tow call machine, 99 of Mr. Albert Anderson races with us out of Washington, D.C. Albert's also, his company, Tow Call, is the primary sponsor this season for both the Premiere and the Vanquish Series. So we appreciate him coming on board this season and sponsoring both of these series. So for Tow Call, if you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area, make sure if you're in need of a tow, a jump start, lockout, or a tire change, get in touch with Albert's Tow Call company. Tow Call roadside at gmail.com. That's all together. Tow Call roadside at gmail.com. And he'll be out to help you immediately with fast and professional service. Making our way back a little bit further, we got the 81. Mr. Jonathan Osborne races with us out of Woodbury, New Jersey. Jonathan used to race with us out of Arizona. He moved a year or 2 back. I forget how long it's been now. perennial favorite in all of our races and in chasing the championship. Hasn't had as good a season as he would like to have this so far. He's looking forward to resetting in the spring as we get started for a new season. So a couple of races and he gets to do that. But great run here so far tonight, running in the 8th position. Here tonight, they got the 123 machine, John Gallagher out of Roseville, California. Running right where he started, maybe, as we see the 10 machine of Andrew Cawthon making his way around. We mentioned before that Andrew Cawthon, who races with us out of Bartow, Florida, started with a penalty here tonight. So he started 17th, folks, and he's already up fighting here for the 9th position. So far, so good. But question is, how much of his tires is he having to burn up to make that happen? We'll find out here shortly. Let's watch this battle for a second to see how it works out. 123 was fighting back again on the outside. Thought the 10 was going to kind of blow by there for a moment, but not necessarily. Maybe he's going to make it this time. A little bit of a slide job. Nope. Still there, as you see. Also, Mike Adamson coming down low. Making it 3 wide into turn 1. So Mike's running in the 10th position as he's making his way around the 10 now. Races with us out of Sanford, Florida. He tried for a 2 for there. Not quite. The 10's going to try to go back underneath him. Maybe. Oh, he touched. 88 gets a little bit out of shape, saves it. A tremendous job by the 88 to keep that truck underneath him. He's not going to be happy with that. Looked like the 10 was going for the move maybe and just misjudged the edge of his truck. No real damage to speak of there. Does drop Mike back to 13th. See how that works out in the end. All right, we missed one up here. We go to Tom Barish. Tom got around the 88 in that whole exchange we had. Tom races with us out of Pass Christian, Mississippi. And that second tow call machine is on the team with the 99. Right now, Tom is down only 1 spot, running in 12th, 1 spot from where he began. Here's a battle going on between Scott Milner and Dave Mayberry. Milner's in the 19 machine with Mayberry in the 29. You see very different lines here, and it's effective, nearly equal, but just in different ways. You get so much momentum off that top line. You see the 19 go for the crossover. Doesn't quite get there. Looks like Mayberry may have completed the pass here. The 23 of Aaron Warren's going for it as well. James Lee in the 54 Toyota machine. So see, we got fights all throughout this field, folks. The James Lee's still down 1 spot. He started the 15th. Oh, these guys are so close here. 19 not looking to give it up too easily. Seesaw battles. All right, that's through the field. Back up front, you have a 0.73 advantage now for your leader. Andy Player out there in that 13 Marconi setup shot machine, trying to run away with it. Looking like it's going to be a green flag race. Thanks for that. Lauren, let me know if you can hear him now. Should be able to hear the engine now, folks. All right, so Andy Player up there in first, Dylan Bryant in second now. Still just 1 position in front of his closest rival for the championship, that number 1 machine of Chris Gomes. He's hanging on to Superman's cape, not letting him get too far out there. Got a good battle here between Shane Bachler and the 6 machine. Shane Bachler was super fast. All the 81s on the wall there. Okay, I see in the chat there they can hear it. Good. 81 not suffering too much from that. The 12 does get by and move back up into 4th. Looks like John maybe just really, after he got a little squirrely, he's rebounded nicely. Not looking to panic and burn his tires up to get back up there too quickly. And he is making inroads as he's chasing down 2nd and 3rd place here right now, as Superman and the High Tide Hospitality Machine start to dice it up for 2nd. As you can see, John's going to throw it in there and throw his hat in the ring as well. See some in the chat out there saying they can't hear the engines. Hopefully you can. I just double checked. Lori said she could hear them now. So, yeah, I'm looking for that, folks, to make sure everything's good. Take a second check here on something inside of iRacing itself. Don't go away, folks. I'm just going to cover the screen for a moment. All right, iRacing looks like it's good to go. I will still crank up the volume here for you, folks. Since I'm getting some indications, as we see the 81 trying to get around Shane Bachler here. Indications that the volume is low. But let's try this. You should hear a significant difference now. Yeah, it does depend on camera view. Let's do it on onboard here. Went up about 10 points here on the volume overall for you. Go on board here with Mr. John Shanebach out of Louisville, Kentucky, who's fighting his way, trying to get around Dylan Bryant for 3rd position here. Inside the truck here, which should be the loudest. Give me a thumbs up or something there, admin. Let me know if you can hear that. The mix is good. Better now from Mr. Anderson. Thank you. See John Shanebacher got a little taste of the wall there. Had to pedal it coming out of 4. "26 laps in." Yeah, I appreciate you guys letting us know in the chat that you can't hear something. Different tracks produce different levels within iRacing, so occasionally, I mean, they're pretty consistent overall when we set the different volume levels, but there's still a difference in particular tracks. So always let us know if something's not quite right, and we will attempt to get that fixed, and we appreciate that. So 12 machine flying here pretty good, but so fast he's trying to rub the paint off the right-hand side. So, we got a closer battle brewing here between the 13 and the number 1. And Gones and Player. This should get pretty spicy here in a minute. I'm looking forward to this one. Lucky he had the momentum for a second, getting into 3 and 4. Wasn't quite close enough. 30 laps into this. If I didn't mention it already, let's talk about kind of fuel strategy here. They should be able to run about 36 laps on a fuel tank. Remember, they're only at 70% of their fuel run. The distance is typically 36 laps, but that could depend, you know, on fuel savings by the driver, their economy, how well they save their stuff. You know, some of these guys are tremendously good at this. They should have about 3 full refueling cycles. Should this go green, I got to hit pit lane at least 3 times. So let's talk a little about pit lane. So it is pretty wide getting on and off pit lane, but if you overshoot your entry, you can, and it happens a tremendous amount of the time. Let's see, here we go. Kind of getting thrown off because I was looking at this battle here. 13's running the wall there. Very high. Gomes gets a good run. Is he going to be able to slide up in front of him? He does. He's able to overtake and assume the lead here for the first time tonight. Number 1 machine of Chris Gomes. As the 13 tries to fight back on the inside. But I think the one's going to have the momentum coming off of the corner. And he does. Kind of going to move around the field here and look at just some exciting battles as we're talking. So as I mentioned, pit lane is pretty wide and easy, but it's easy to overshoot the entry if your tires are worn. So these drivers got to watch out as they get to the end of this fuel run. As they get on pit lane, they could spin out, or they could just miss their mark to make sure they're down to pit lane speed. The undercuts here are very effective, so if someone decides to do that, especially towards the latter stages of this race, fresh tires can gain seconds per lap over the run, but you're giving that back at the end of the run, so it's a trade-off. If you're good at saving tires, that might be a way to go. The overcut here is viable only if the leader's in traffic, though, and you're running the wall pretty clean, or you're having a very clean run, not a lot of traffic in front of you, and you could be more economical with your lap times. So see how it goes. We had a couple more laps. We should start to see folks making their way onto pit lane. Yeah, we got folks on pit lane right now. Here we go. Trevor Robertson, Kelly Kill, Jesse Redding, Mike Adamson, all down on pit lane. 3 more trucks coming in here. These guys are making their way in and out. Hopefully we'll see how fast they can make it happen.
Pitman, Aaron, I'm pitman.
4 tires you can see here for the number 6 machine.
35 pitting, 35 pitting.
Jonathan Osborne's on pit lane now.
Same thing, 12 pitting next time. 1 pitting this time.
Dave Mayberry.
13 pitting.
Missed that. Let's see. James Lee. James races with us out of Villa Rica, Georgia. Tom Barish. Get through our cycle pretty quick here, folks. We only have the top 7 who have not made their way on pit lane yet. And right now, your leaders, Gomes, Player, Bryant, Shanebach are all making their way on the pit lane. So right on the money, 36 laps. Didn't really see any undercuts happen this round. We'll see if it stays that way as we get to the latter stages of this race. Take a check on the chat here while we have the opportunity. Aaron Warren's right now in the lead, taking over. Running a little bit long, so maybe he was saving some fuel the whole time. He will be the last truck who's not made his way on the pit lane yet. Does he go this time? He does indeed. And that should hand over lead of this race to Chris Gomes. You see 51's right behind him. 6 is going to go around here. Trevor's going to take it. Trevor went in 2 laps earlier than the number 1 machine, so there was a slight undercut here. Anybody else? Let's see, 35. Jonathan Osborne went at 35. 33 was for Albert Anderson. Kelly Kill, Mike Adamson, Jesse Redding all went in on 34. So there were a few undercuts by a couple of laps. We'll see. So we get an opportunity to see now how well that's going to work out. Will the number 1 and the 51 catch and pass Trevor quickly, or was going to take him some time? Right now, there's a 1.3 second gap between first and second. And it now appears, as I'm looking at the leaderboard here, everyone has made their pit stop. So we're going to go back through the field and show you where they're running. You can see in the pylon on the left-hand side as well. And here's your leader, Trevor Robertson out of McCrory, Arkansas. Second place, Chris Gomes. Racing with us out of Charlotte, Jonathan Osborne. Up to third, up 2 spots from where he began the night. Scraped the wall a couple of times, but doesn't seem any worse for the wear. As I mentioned previously, super fast driver. And he's only got a 1 lap deficit on the leaders here, but he is going to be challenged. That 1 lap might make a difference here as the 51's challenging to get past him. Dylan Bryant's in 4th now, looking to take over 3rd. Andy Player faded a little bit at the end of that run, as you saw the 1 get around him. He was running 2nd, but he lost a few spots through this exchange through the pits as well, now running in 5th. Kelly Kill, that 01 bright green machine you see here. Races with us out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He's up 1 spot from where he began tonight. Having a good run so far. Came in at lap 34, so he made up some ground with a little bit of an undercut. We'll see if it nets him in the end. Some good spots. Right now running in 6th, but about to be challenged by your poles hitter, John Shanebachler. Running in 7th. And Albert Anderson right there running that little bit higher line than these guys. He wants to keep the clean air on his truck. Up 2 spots so far for the night in 8th. Now he also undercut, went in at lap 33. We'll see how this works out for him as we get through the rest of this run. Jesse Redding in the 21 machine. See, Jesse's down 1 spot, but being challenged now by Mike Adamson in the Red Bull 88. Let's see if there's a difference in tires on these guys. Oh, they went in the same lap 34. Our next round of pit stops should not come as if it stays green until lap 72. So we got a ways to go. See the 88 going for the move now. Being on equal tires like they are, that's going to be it's going to be tough. He's going to have to work at it. So it's going to be inches. He might gain going into the corner at high line, but you see the momentum off the top there for this 21 is really rocketing him out there. We'll see if Adamson goes for it again. He's going to get back in here, get a little bit of draft off that 21. It's good looking. I don't think I've seen this livery on Mike before. We'll move on from here. I thought that was going to be a pretty good battle there. It's not shaping up yet, so I think Mike might be content to ride there in 10th place. Move on back through here. Next up, we got Dave Mayberry rocking the pink wheels on that Good Wrench 29 machine.
Well, hi, James.
Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama. He's racing in 12th right now, 2 spots so far. And James Lee on the high side there, being challenged by Scott Milner on the low side of the 19, but James is trying to hold off with that momentum. He's up 2 spots at the moment. But you can see that University of Indiana machine trying to close in on him. These guys get pretty spread out now, folks. Let's take a look at the track map, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All the dots there represent the cars on the track. The numbers inside of the dots is the position that they're running. As you can tell right now, I'm looking at Tom Barish. So on the track map, you see the 15 outlined in a green. That means that's the truck we're looking at. The 15 represents the position. John Gallagher's up next, running 16th right now. And then rounding out the field here is Andrew Cawthon in 17th. Just really nobody around him. If you can tell, you see he's by himself here. He's only about a quarter lap away from being lapped by your leader, who is Trevor Robertson at the moment. Had a rough night so far. He really needs a caution to kind of reset. Up there next to that wall again. So here's Trevor. He did undercut the leaders at the moment of our, or at the window for our pit stops rather. And now you can see the difference in tires, you know, what that makes in 2 laps. He's got 2 lap older tires, and this place really kind of eats them up. So Chris Goins is just methodically working his way back up there to take this lead again. You got Dylan Bryant in the 81 of Jonathan Osborne going at it. Jonathan also did an undercut. 51's working hard to get past him because he wants to stay right on the tail of that one machine. He wants to get past him and close in on these points. But if he can't pass him, he wants to be at least within striking distance so he loses as little as possible as we go into the last 2 races of the season. Oh, 81 gets it to the wall a little bit as they go into the corner there. A little bit of a scrape. Should be okay.
Good battle there, Jimmy. Yeah.
And you hear the sportsmanship between these guys on the radio there talking about how that was a good battle. This is what these guys live for, really. That door-to-door tight racing. Respectful, though, at the same time. It does make for a very fun fun races. We're 52 laps into this 133 lap event. See if we can find you a battle back in here. It's like Dave Mayberry may have just been passed by that 88 machine for the 10th position, dropping Dave back to 11th. And Jake the Snake out there saying Goins versus Players, an excellent matchup. Cool to see the 12 up front. Absolutely. Right now we got Trevor Robertson fighting to stay in the lead. Just not going to be able to hold off the number 1 machine on fresher tires, and he's going to have to contend with the 51 here shortly as well. You know, even though only 17 trucks here tonight, a little bit light for the Vanquish Series. But yet we still have these great battles across the field, so it's great to see. You see Player and the 81 going at it now. Player kind of the loser on that round of pit stops there. You know, I don't know what happened a little bit. Maybe traffic, maybe some problem on pit lane. He was much further forward, so he's really trying to get into the wind here and efficiently pass these other trucks. And now that he's up here in the 4th position, he should be able to set his sights on Dylan Bryant. But right now, he is running nearly 3 seconds back of your leader. Little 3-truck trio here. I see Miss Edith Anderson out there saying, "I'm doing a great job." Well, thank you, Edith. I'm trying. iRacing has not made it easy tonight with the update and everything. So, but we pulled it off anyway. Great to see you guys here pulling for the 99 machine. Let's do a check-in on him right now, in fact. All right, we got Albert right now running in the 8th position. Up 2 spots where he began. So that undercut has paid off for Mr. Anderson so far. He's super fast here tonight. Let's see how he's doing in the championship standings. Running 10th right now in the championship standings, but only a few points out of the upper 8 there. So it's not over yet. He's probably going to make a strong run here his last few races of the season. And while I'm thinking about it, let's talk about our sponsor for the series, Tow Call. So if you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you're in need of a tow, a jump start, lock out, or a tire change, make sure you contact Tow Call via their email address, towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. And they'll be out with fast, friendly, and professional service and get you back on track. All right, folks, even though Robertson was passed for the lead, he has not allowed that one machine to really get away from him. Done a great job managing his tires. We're at lap 60. Let's see, what did I tell you? I thought the next round would be around 72. Now we'll see if he's able to hold on for another 12 laps here. Get on equal footing with the 1 and the 51. 51 has not got past him yet, but he is closing in, so he needs to get on equal footing with these guys and just take it to him for the last half of this race. Not quite halfway yet. We will be once we make those pit stops, though. Again, super spread out field right now at the moment. These drivers should be coming up on some lap traffic before too much longer. You see it off in the distance there as they're making their way through turns 3 and 4. So you got Scott Milner, Andrew Koth, and Tom Barish and others towards the back end here, really praying for a caution at the moment. Look back off of Scott Milner here. You can see the leaders just off in the distance there. Scott races with us out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. Really sounds like he's, I don't know if he's nursing those tires, trying to save some fuel. I don't see any damage on his truck. Might be just playing some strategy here on us. And we're going to go ahead and go through the field, but we're going to start at the back this time. So 17th here, Scott Milner. Up forward a bit. We got Andrew Koth, and he did start with a penalty tonight. He went forward, was up as far as 9th that I recall, maybe further. But has since dropped back down to 16th. Just in front of him, you got the 35 of Tom Barish out of Pass Christian, Mississippi. He's down 4 positions in the 15th position right now. In 14th, got John Gallagher of Roseville, California. 13 to 54 machine, James Lee. He's up 2 spots right now. Running up against that wall. And the Toyota factory-sponsored machine. Aaron Warren's in 12th, racing with us out of Jasper, Alabama. 21 machine, Jesse Redding out of Knoxville, Iowa. He's in 11th, down 3 spots from where he began. Trying to make that ground up and go forward. And the 10th position, trying to take over 9th. They're battling at least with Mike Adamson here. You have Dave Mayberry. You can see Dave on the left in iRacing, positioning to try and make a run on the inside. You can see it also in his triple screen monitors there. Trying to close in and get a run on the 88. I'm going to take a look off the top here. He's about 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second back. Closes in to 0.3534. Just not getting that momentum off the corner like the 88 machine is.
Hey, Milner, I'll say hi right here.
Mike Adamson racing with us out of Sanford, Florida. He's running in 9th right now, up 3 spots so far. Good looking Red Bull livery. A little ways up the road here, we got Albert Anderson again. He is in 8th, 2 spots forward of where he began. We got the 01 VRN machine of Kelly Kill racing with us out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Kind of in his own zip code at the moment, running in 7th. In the 6th position, we got Jonathan Osborne, as we just heard Kelly Kill saying he's hitting pit lane. Seems a bit early, so we'll see how this works out for him. But Jonathan races with us out of Woodbury, New Jersey. Down 1 spot. Oh, actually, that back up to 5th now. So you see Trevor Robertson. You may not see it, actually. Just went on pit lane. So we have Trevor Robertson, Kelly Kill deciding to pit here at lap 69. A little bit early, about 3 laps earlier than they maybe be able to run, but they also short pitted the last round, so they're probably right on the money.
88 this time, bro.
Copy.
Just heard Mike Adamson saying he's going to go pit lane this time around. He's running 7th at the moment.
54 this time.
Albert Anderson just in front of the 88 machine. And they're both on the money for their stops, not overshooting the box there, so.
$35 this time.
Bears going in, Cawthon's going in. Looks like he decided to stay out one more time. We've completed 71 laps. This has been a green flag affair the entirety of this race so far, folks. And now if we have an accident, Lori's going to blame me for jinxing it. But hey, this is where we're at right now at the moment. Got to report the facts, right? Now he's going in. He's announcing it again. He's going to relinquish 7th place as he does so. Dylan Bryant's also coming down. Was running in the lead. Got Andy Player just behind him.
23. Okay.
As I'm looking at the board here, looks like John Gallagher still has not hit pit lane. As he's coming in now, as I mentioned that. And then Aaron Warren is the next truck. Probably going to see him go in this time. Now this running long here has been working out. He's this may play into the I think he thought about hitting the pit lane there and either decided against it or missed his mark. He was last on at 37, so he did run pretty long last time. So he's on lap 74. If he ran another 37, that's going to be right on the money. And here we go. Looks like he made it no problem. And that should hand the lead over to Mr. Trevor Robertson, who's now coming out of turn 4. It's going to pass Warren while he's on pit lane here.
Thank you, Bill. I try to keep up here. Overflow and loop with all the access road.
Back here and check out this battle between Albert Anderson and John Shanebachler. This is for 6th. Albert went in at lap 69, so Shanebachler does have a bit fresher tires. And it shows there as he gets around him pretty handily. That was our probably closest battle at the moment on the track. And it appears we've finished our round of pit stops here. So let's go back up here and run through the field. Currently at a 3-second advantage over second. You got Trevor Robertson in first. It's Chris Gomes here in second. Dylan Bryant is third. Kelly Keel having a great run here tonight. He is up to 4th position. He did go in a few laps earlier than these guys. He went on the same lap as your leader, Robertson, at lap 68. The drivers in between him and the leader, Dylan Bryant, and Chris Gomes, both went in at, 71 and 72, respectively. 5th position, 81, Jonathan Osborne. John Shanebachler, and that really good-looking Mobile One machine. I do like that scheme. I've ran that. A very similar scheme and that exact scheme on occasion. Running at 6th right now. '99, Albert Anderson is 7th. Mike Adamson at 88. 99 and 88. They've been tied together kind of here tonight. 7th and 8th position. Andy Player went on lap 72, down to 9th right now. Dave Mayberry just behind him and running in 10th. Jesse Redding, 11th position. Running in the 12th position, you got Aaron Warren. James Lee out of Villa Rica, Georgia, running in the 13th position. Number 10 machine, Andrew Cawthon, is in 14th. About to be lapped by your leader, actually your second place machine. He's already been lapped by Trevor Robertson, but your leader here has already gone by. Chris Gomes is in second, trying to get by him as well. John Gallagher just behind him at 15th. Now 19, Scott Milner, running in 16th. And Tom Barish in the 17th position.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, folks, that's through the field. And we are rocketing towards our next set of pit stops. Already 20 laps. Trevor Roberts is already 20 laps nearly into these tires. He was last on pit lane at 68. So we should see in the next round of pit stops at around 104. It's 104. And that should definitely get them to the end of the race. So lap 97 is kind of the magic marker. We get beyond 97, you're probably going to start seeing some undercuts and some different strategy plays come into effect, because they'll be able to make it to the end on fuel at least. Now, tires, a whole nother matter. All right, folks, let's talk about this series. Kind of discussing it with the admin Lori. She hasn't made any final decisions yet, but the Vanquish series is looking to do a shakeup right now. You see these drivers. Oh, 35 gets in the wall there.
Done it, John.
Looks like he's going to be okay. But the Vanquish series is looking to do a shakeup, and that shakeup is what vehicle are we going to drive? Right now, they're in the trucks, and it's the same vehicle that the league races in the Premiere Series on Wednesday nights. So they're gearing up for the biggest decision yet, and every driver is going to have their voice. We're always talking to every one of them individually. And over the last week or so, she's been running a quick Q&A with all the Vanquish drivers to gauge their interest in a potential vehicle change for next season. So not this season, obviously just a couple of races left right now. But for next season, and that the chance to shape the identity of this series and make it even more distinct from the Premiere Series on Wednesday nights. You know, it's distinct in the fact that this is a speedway series, but we're going to further look to distinguish it with a different vehicle as well. And the cars that are on the table are the next gen, or the Gen 7 car, which is the current Cup car, the O'Reilly Auto Parts, the former Xfinity Series car, the Gen 4 machine, and the new ARCA car. So as I mentioned, Vanquish already stands apart as our dedicated speedway battleground, and now we're exploring whether a new car can elevate the identity of this series even further with more speed, more challenge, more chaos. That's what we're about to find out. Their feedback and your feedback, if you talk to them, will determine the direction of the series, the competition level, and the kind of racing we deliver next season. We're going to build the next era of the Vanquish together, and Lori's going to decide here in the coming days and get that out to the masses. So I'm excited about it. I've been wanting to have a different vehicle for this series for a long time. It just hasn't worked out to date, but I think there's a really good possibility of making this a reality now. And with that, before we get into the next round of pit stops here, We're going to do a crank it up segment, folks. So if you want to hear what it sounds like inside these virtual cockpits, and yes, most of these drivers do have their engines completely cranked to 11, go ahead and crank up your computer speakers, or your television set, or your headphones, whatever you're listening to us through. Oh, just see some close battle going on there. 12 machine gets around here. Shane Bach around that 19, but we're going to crank it up here, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and that was our Crank It Up segment. I hope you enjoyed that. As we get back, we're looking at lap 96. I mentioned 97 was kind of the magic mark you need to get to be able to make it the rest of the way to the end of this race. So we should start to see some gamblers here shortly. Chris Goins is up front now. He is your leader, having passed Trevor Robertson. Robertson's only 1 second back right now. No takers yet for pit lane. Here's 6 machine. Third place, Dylan Bryant. For all you Bryant fans out there, Superman's got his cape out. Let's see if he can do something with it. He is 7 seconds back of your leader. Kelly Kill, 4th position, having a great run here tonight. Up 3 spots. John Shanebacher's trying to chase him down. You see that 12 machine looming right there behind the 01. This was your pole sitter tonight, so we know that John is fast.
I'm way too fat to fit in a race, though.
Got Kyle Vizot out there in the chat saying he's looking forward to next season. We're hoping to get, that's actually Kyle Vaught out there. We're hoping to get him off injured reserve after he gets his new bionic parts installed and get him back on the track. The $6 million kid is what we're going to call him when he comes back. Jonathan Osborne there in 6th position. About to be challenged pretty heavily by the number 99 machine. Looking pretty swift right there at the moment. Actually, I think I may have misspoke here. How much further back than I thought? He's like about 1 point, almost 2 seconds back. Still no takers for pit lane, folks. Mike Adamson at 88 machine running the high line there. Both
Trevor, I'm gonna let you go, man.
he and Andrew Player looking to make their way around Albert Anderson.
Okay.
Albert kind of gets, I think he scraped the wall a bit there, lost some momentum. That's why you see these guys going around the outside. There's a difference in tires here of about 3 laps. That is significant when it comes to speed. Albert right now is giving that truck everything he can. Hanging on to 8th position at the moment. About to be challenged by the 13. Scott Milner's on pit lane, our first taker. First gambler, and why not? He was running towards the second half of the field here. Looking to make up some spots with some speed based on these new tires. Back to this battle. 99 was able to fend off the 13 for the moment. Keeps running that low line, not giving the 13 the option to try and get up underneath him, making him go around the long way if he wants this spot. Trying to hit pit lane, as well as Trevor Robertson. So we're starting to see the gamblers. Kelly Keel's also on pit lane. Andrew Player, Dave Mayberry, Aaron Warren coming out of his pit box, having received service. Tremendous run here by these guys. 104 laps into 133. No cautions. Clean, hard-nosed racing. What you getting here from Miami? Your leader, Chris Gomes. Now out to an 8.5 second advantage over second place Dylan Bryant. Just putting on a clinic here tonight. As you see your leader making his way on pit lane. Chris Gomes has been on a hot streak here in both series of VRL. He won the last 2 races of the Premiere Series. And he is showing the way here tonight.
21's pitting.
54 pitting.
Last time he won in this series was back in week 6. He won at Kentucky, and he won the opener of the season. And he's getting hot at the right time here, showing the way here at Miami Homestead. If he's able to make this win happen, going to increase his lead by at least 5 points if Bryant is able to finish second. So Chris Gomes really pouring on the speed here late in the season in both of these series. Doing a tremendous job. With Jonathan Osborne on pit lane, Mike Adamson, Jesse Redding making his way off. James Lee just received service, making his way off pit lane. Dylan Bryant still out there. Now he is leading. Has not made his pit stop yet. Albert Anderson relinquishing second place to go down pit lane. You still got John Gallagher also out here. Has not made a pit stop either. He's running fifth. Anderson gets clean into his box, receiving his final service. Dylan Bryant staying out yet again. How much time has he given up, folks, to the other leaders of Robertson and Gomes?
Almost stay out.
Now, this tends to be kind of my strategy when I race, too. I like to stay out long. But I don't know if this is going to work out for him. He was already abaft of Chris Gomes by around 8 seconds. He's losing time now. It's going to be tough to make this up as he's making his way on pit lane now. Gets on there clean. And that should hand over the lead to Trevor Robertson, who's now making his way into turn 3. Trevor's 2.4 seconds in front of third place Chris Gomes. But he also went in, again, 2 laps earlier. Gained that advantage, but you're going to see Gomes pour it on strong here. 25 laps to go.
Close one there, Albert.
Yeah, when you got to me, it took the wind off me. Got me loose there.
All right, we're going to jump to, looks like everybody has made their pit stops now. Let's go through the field from the rear. So 17th, we've got Tom Barish. Hanging there tough, getting the points he can. In that 35 tow call machine. Scott Milner in 16th. Saw some sparks coming off the truck up here in front. That's a 123 of John Gallagher running 15th. Riding the wall there, and that's what tends to happen. You're going to at least scrape some paint off. Get that, it's not the Darlington stripe, but the Homestead stripe here. You see that 81 machine really looking to get around him quickly here. Jonathan Osborne's running in 7th, so this is not for position. James Lee here in the Toyota factory machine. Running at 14th. Andrew Cawthon's made some progress. He's up in 13th position now. '21 machine. Jesse Redding in the 12th position. Aaron Warren's in 11th. See who his sponsor is. Alabama Light. Now I'm assuming that might be, yep, it's a beer company. Alabama Beer Company. I don't think I've ever had that. I like the paint scheme though. Move on, Dave Mayberry here, 10th position. Strong run for Mayberry tonight. Kind of out here in that little pocket. Let's get a quick word with Mr. Mayberry. Hey, Dave, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man, strong run, green flag run for everybody tonight. You're in a little pocket here. Thought I'd have a quick chat with you. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. I started out really good, except for I think it was lap 2, maybe. Coming out of 2, I lost my rear end. I think probably because someone was packed some air on me. It kind of put me behind the 8 ball. But I've been able to, I think I'm in 10th now.
Yeah, you're tracking in 10th position right now, up 3 spots where you began, having a strong run here tonight.
Yeah. Same thing happened just like about 3 laps ago. I was right behind Albert, and I packed air on him, and he almost lost it.
Well, hey, buddy, thanks for talking to us. We just want to get a quick chat. I'll let you get refocused. And you're on camera if you want to wave at your friends. There you go. Take care.
Right. Take it easy. All right.
We appreciate him doing that. He's one of the drivers who does not mind us talking to him in the broadcast. I always try to make sure he's not really tightly racing or battling anyone in that moment. Continue our way up towards the front. You got Albert Anderson running in 9th position. Nobody challenging him at the moment. Looking pretty secure for a top 10. Jonathan Osborne's in 8th. Still riding the rim up here. Likes the high line, looks like. Trying to chase down and get around that 88 machine of Mike Adamson. Andy Player just forward of both of them in the 13. Running 6th right now. John Shanebacher, Louisville, Kentucky's own, running in 5th. Your pole sitter here tonight as well. Not that far behind Dylan Bryant. Looking to track him in, along with Kelly Kill just in forward of him as well. Kelly's having a great run right now tonight, running in 3rd. Now, Dylan Bryant didn't go in until lap 108, so we should see him be able to get around Kelly here pretty handily. Kelly's going to run the high line, just duck in behind him, get that draft, keep his good run going here. He knows that he's at a 6-lap deficit on tires. $15 laps to go, folks. Trevor Robinson still out front. Chris Goins has not tracked him down yet. Let's take a check on the front here. You see he's got him in his sights there. It's about a 1.2 advantage.
I caught Albert at the wrong time and killed my strategy.
You hear Player in the chat there talking about how he had a scenario kind of killed his strategy.
Oh, no. Yeah, you guys are.
So is Chris Goins going to be able to track down Trevor? Trevor's been doing a great job of keeping those tires under him. He's been running at a deficit the entire race, but he's always been able to hang on for a long time, and even after being passed, stay in that 2nd position. Really, even if I think he would be in good shape to win this race if it weren't for Chris Goins being right here behind him, only less than a second now behind, because Dylan Bryant's back 13 seconds. It was a good strategy play, but I think if it goes green, the race is going to be in the hands of Chris Goins at the end of the day. $12 laps to go.
You got it, Dave.
We're taking a look here and see how far back. Yeah, Shane Bacher is from Kelly Kill. Seems to be pretty steady at the moment. All right, 12 laps to go. Everybody out there in the chat, will they won't be able to catch him? Catching is one thing, but getting past him is going to be another. I'm sure Trevor's going to run some defensive lines. He's not going to give and roll over and give this to the one machine. You can see the finish line. It's not that far out, roughly 10 laps. At the same time, when you're in this position, you also don't want to ruin a good run. Second place is better than crashing out for sure, so you'll have to balance the risk versus reward here. As you see the one machine go to the high side, a little bit higher. He's definitely closed in. He's now with 0.3 and closing. Gets a tremendous run off that high line and has the draft as well. This is not a Talladega or a Daytona, but this is a big enough track and long enough straightaways that a draft does come into play. 10 laps to go, now 9. We're going to stay with this battle for the lead momentarily. One's going for it on the bottom. 6 may have momentum coming out of the turn. And he's there. I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold him off, though. Six runs in there pretty deep. Has to pedal it as he gets up towards the wall, though. That's going to allow the 1 to get by. The 21 coming up behind the 6 here is not full position. 6 is going to go back under and try to do the crossover. Wraps the bottom very well. 1's got the momentum on the high side, though. 6 gets a little bit loose. Coming out of that turn, he's going to have to duck back in. As I mentioned, a 21 machine of Jesse Rating here. He's running 12th. Not for position. And he does have fresher tires than the 6. So now that the 6 is the battle for first is over, he's probably going to let the 21 just go. That way it doesn't affect his efficiency around the track here. Just a few laps to go here, folks. Let's get a quick word with Mr. Kelly Kill as we're wrapping up this race. He's had a great run here tonight. And Kelly, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me. Hey, man, you're having a great run here tonight. Up to 3rd there for a moment, but kind of got beat out by fresher tires. Running 5th. Are you going to be able to bring it home in 5th position?
Yeah. Yes, I think I'm pretty comfortable in front of Mike right now. What, at 3.7? So I'm just going to manage what I'm doing here. Just stay in my rhythm. I didn't want to fight John too hard, so lose time to Adam. I feel pretty good right now. This 5th for me here at Homestead is basically a win for me.
Nah, you had a great run tonight, man. Really impressive. Bring it home. I didn't want to jinx you too early, so I waited for you to get in a good, comfortable spot here at the end. Go finish out these last 5 laps.
Yeah. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Yep, see ya.
All right, there you go. That is Mr. Kelly Kill. He's actually the teammate of Trevor Robertson, having a great run there tonight, running into 5th position. Because we are under 5 laps to go. All that Chris Gomes wants to see now is that white flag. He has had a great run here the last 3 races between both series. I mentioned he won the last 2 races in the Premiere Series, and this would make it 3 overall in the last 2 weeks. I don't know about you folks, but that's a hot hand. You see the 19 scraping the wall up there. Last thing the leader wants to see is any kind of an incident at this point in the race. Well in hand. You have a caution now, though. All bets are off. 3 to go. He's making his way around lap traffic here. This is certainly hairy for him, though. Again, appreciate you guys out there watching the race right now. If you enjoy what you see, make sure, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. We're live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Premiere Series on Wednesday and the Vanquish Series you're watching right now on Friday nights. Additionally, hit that the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of our special events that we have here in Vigilante Racing Network. Specifically this weekend, we have the Daytona 24 coming up tomorrow, 2 laps to go. Tomorrow, beginning at 0600 Eastern Standard Time, make sure that you tune in. We're going to have all 3 teams, 13 drivers in total from this series, from both series, but from the VRL League, racing, turning left and right for 24 hours. It should be a great time. You get a chance to see some behind the scenes, listen to the drivers' banter, both within the league itself in the Discord, but also on the track as well. Last lap. This is exactly what Chris Goins wanted to see, that white flag. The next flag will end this race, folks. So all he has to do is get it through turns 3 and 4, and this man's going to bring it home. Top step of the podium. Coming out 3 clean, stays way off the wall. Number 1 machine. Chris Goins, bring it home. Top step of the podium for the Vanquish Series here at Miami Homestead. Tremendous work here by that man tonight.
Hey, man, some of us are still racing.
Doing a great job.
Nah, Dave, you can park it right now. I'd be fine.
I see you back there. Sure.
We'll see if he does some burnouts for us. Don't go anywhere, folks. I see you out there in the chat. We have interviews coming up with Chris Goins, your champion here, this Friday night. I hope you guys are having a tremendous Friday. And for some of you, maybe even a long weekend as a holiday, federal holiday on Monday. And if you do have, we'll make sure you're safe out there. We want to see you back here next Wednesday for the regular season races, but also tomorrow. If you get a chance to tune in and watch our guys take on Daytona for the Daytona 24-hour race. 6 machine up there. Congratulate number 1. And he is going to give us a little bit of a smoke show here. And while he's doing that, let's go ahead and hit the finishing order. All right, folks, for your results, top step, Chris Goins, Trevor Robinson, 2nd, Dylan Bryant, 3rd, John Shanebacher brings it home 4th, Kelly Keogh brought it home 5th step, Mike Adamson, 6th, 7th, Jonathan Osborne, 8th, Andy Player, Albert Anderson brings it home 9th, Dave Mayberry in 10th, 11th was Jesse Reddy, 12th, Aaron Warren, 13th, Andrew Coffin, 14th, James Lee, 15th, John Gallagher, Tom Barish, 16th, and Scott Milner, 17th. And that is your finishing order tonight, folks. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to get this winner up here and talk to him in just a moment. We'll be right back. right, folks, we are back and we are ready to interview your winner tonight here, Mr. Chris Gomes, bringing home top step of the podium. Hey, Chris, welcome to the booth, man. It's Alan. How are you feeling?
Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm a little hot and sweaty, but we're feeling good.
Well, you should be, man. What a tremendous run. Flag to flag, no cautions. That makes for a hot and sweaty cockpit for sure. Even in iRacing, man, you're in a hot hand. I was talking about during the broadcast winning the last 2 races in the Premiere Series, and now here tonight, you just won last Wednesday, and you win here tonight on Friday in the Vanquish Series. So you're certainly peaking at the right time, my friend.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good stretch of races here. You know, tight point battles in both leagues, so I'm trying to keep it as close as I can on Wednesday, chasing down Dylan and trying to keep it as far away as I can, being ahead of Dylan in this one. So we're just lucky to have the momentum right now. I like the long green runs with these tire tracks. I can save the tires relatively well, so we've just been lucky with the last couple weeks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is unofficial results, obviously, right now, but you doubled your lead. You were only up by 6 going into this contest over the 51 machine. Now you're 12 points up. Depending on, bonus points and everything like that, you could be a few more points up. So you're definitely heading in the right direction with only 2 races to go left in this season, that being Las Vegas Motor Speedway and the final race at Auto Club. How are you feeling about both those tracks?
I feel pretty good about those. I mean, Las Vegas, everybody can be fast at Las Vegas. It kind of turns into a little bit of a pack race there for a little while. Curious to see what this new aero package with the trucks does. I feel pretty good. I usually run pretty well. Auto Club, it's another one of those real big open tracks, but does like to chew up the tires some too. So we'll see. Hopefully we can just string some good ones together and keep Dylan either really close in the windshield or in the mirror and try and pull one out.
Yeah, for sure, man. You brought that high tide hospitality machine on the top step here tonight. Looking for more next week. Before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, for sure. As always, high tide hospitality. Nice to have some people that I know up there. They got really nice restaurants in the Charlotte area, so check them out. Ace number 3, the Waterman Fish Bar, Sea Level in Charlotte. Want to shout out Lori over here, as well as with the other league. I mean, she does a heck of a job keeping us all wrangled up. So it's like herding cats sometimes, but she does a great job doing it, and I appreciate everything that you guys do with that. All the drivers over here, I mean, keeping it green at a track like this, it can get slick, and everybody keeping it green was a lot of fun, being able to race it out. So and then obviously shout out to you over at VRN. Always fun to I can watch these things too. So, and then can't forget Tow Call with Albert. Sorry about that as the league sponsor. That should have been the first one, but yeah, appreciate him coming on board and supporting the league the way he does too.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I don't know about you, I've been mentioning it all night in the broadcast, but I'm really super pumped for tomorrow as we take on the Daytona 24. And I'm sure you're feeling the same. How are you feeling as the night prior? We're going to be up super early tomorrow. At least for me, I think you're Central as well. No, you're Eastern, so you'll be up at 5, probably Eastern, getting ready for that. So turning left and right. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people don't know it, but and I don't even know if you know it, but this will be my first official race in that car. So I'll be excited to see how that goes. I think I'm starting out the race for our team, so weaving it through that traffic is going to be entertaining, hopefully, and clean, and we can just kind of keep it together for 24 and put a good result in, keep it out of the pits unless we're changing tires or drivers.
No, yeah, for sure. That VRL Apex team, we're going to bring it home to the apex of the standing order, hopefully, man. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll talk to you in the morning. But again, congratulations. Congratulations on this hot streak you're on as well, and we'll see if you're able to keep it up as we move to Las Vegas next week.
I appreciate it, Alan. Take care.
You too. Good night. All right, folks, that was your champion, the One Machine, Chris Gomes out of Charlotte, North Carolina, bringing it home. Top step on the podium. Great job by him. As I mentioned, tremendous run he's having right now. Any driver would love to have that. But we'll take a final check on some of the items here. See everybody kind of in the chat congratulating him on the win tonight. Support for other drivers like the 51 and the 6 machine. A lot of fast drivers, a lot of great racing we saw here tonight, folks. But that let's see, is going to pretty much do it for round 11. As always, I want to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for everything she does for me, for this league, for these drivers, just across the board. Couldn't do it without her. And as I mentioned, that's round 11, officially in the books. We look forward to the desert next week, going to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And that should be a great race. Really kind of a drafty type track, a lot of on top of each other driving. I don't know that we're going to see flag to flag, no cautions next week. So be sure to tune in on the 23rd, next Friday at 8:50 Eastern Standard Time. But until then, folks, make sure you stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.